Hi, everyone. Welcome, and I'm Chris.
Hi, Chris. I'm Marie.
Hi,
Nice to
Marie.
meet you.
Hey, and this is pretty terrific.
It is pretty terrific. You're pretty terrific,
Oh,
Chris.
so are you, Marie. You know what else
Aw.
is terrific? So I'm a little wet because I
Yeah,
just survived narrowly avoiding a tornado watch. Not a
that
tornado
is
necessarily.
terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, so how's the weather? Is this your first?
No. We've had a bunch
Oh,
over the last couple
oh,
years, but right now it's dark and rainy.
okay. And what time is it where you are?
It is 1:22 p.m.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool,
I
nice.
actually love it when that happens. I don't know about you, but like I really enjoy inclement weather when you are in a cozy, safe place. That's like one of my favorite feelings. Like
Interesting.
yeah. I don't
I
know.
mean,
You don't feel that way apparently.
I grew up in Tornado Alley, in the Texas Panhandle. So it's like, oh, all of these homes were destroyed.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the severity of the weather, I think. I will say though, I have been in our swimming pool, like my parents' swimming pool growing up, and it's like, oh, it's a tornado watch. But like just a little while longer, and like you can definitely see the cyclone of the tornado. And I'm like, oh. So like after a while you get used to it. Um, but no, I understand generally the I am safe inside
Yeah.
and the rain outside. It is a cozy feeling and it is a nice thing. Not necessarily tornado watch though.
Yeah, it sounds like for you there's a little bit more of a history of terror perhaps in this sort of scenario.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, now get inside the innermost closet of your home and then just wait there and make sure the dog's not too scared. And you go in the closet and it's a little bit much. A
Yeah.
little bit much.
See, for me, and this is because I don't live in Tornado Alley. Haven't I know people lose their homes, and that's terrible.
Yeah.
People die. Poles go through kids' heads, and they're dead.
The whole
The
pool.
whole pole, and but sometimes you get a little bloodlust. You know.
Ah.
There's that great episode of The Simpsons where Homer takes Ned Flanders to like a destruction derby or something, and he was
Ah.
like, "Oh, Homer, I must confess, like once I saw, part of me wished that man had been injured." And he's like, "Oh, you just felt your first little bit of bloodlust." He's like, "Tee hee." I get that a little bit. You try not,
Yeah.
to act on it, but I'm
Well,
not going to pretend it's ain't there.
I have an immediate tangent because when you said bloodlust in the context of tornado, I thought about was it the second Blade movie where there is the blood tornado vampire thing? It's like their god. I can't recall the details, which are unimportant, frankly. What a film series, Blade, except for the third one, was. Wow.
I
Can
gotta
you
confess,
imagine?
I think I saw the first one and I haven't seen the others, but so I haven't seen this blood tornado. But you've piqued my interest.
I wish we could bring it up right now to show you this blood. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers, everyone.
Spoilers for Blade 2, everyone.
The Wesley Snipes one.
Yes.
Yes. I think his name was Steven Dorff or something, is like the main guy. And I think Udo Crier's in it, who's a great actor. Yeah.
I'm, just taking your word that those are real people.
Yeah, Udo Kier is like if you saw him, you'd recognize him. He's been in a whole bunch of like sort of. He was in okay, sorry, vampires. God damn it, what's the Willem Dafoe movie? John Malkovich, Willem Dafoe, Eddie Izzard, Udo Kier.
I
It's a
got
vampire.
I
Okay,
gotta admit,
okay.
I don't know actors at all.
Surely you know Willem Dafoe. He's something of a scientist himself.
He's the guy who was Green Goblin in
Yes,
Spider-Man, right? Yeah.
yes,
That
yes.
one I know
That
because
guy.
yeah.
And he played Max Shrek in this great movie with John Malkovich.
It had
Okay,
a name.
well, yes, and I have a Shadow of the Vampire.
Okay, so wait, the guy's name was Max Shrek in the character, or was he actually like Maximum Shrek,
Okay,
like ogres
Max
have
Shrek was the
layers?
name. No, wow, I got. There's so much to talk about. This is speaking of terrific. This is just such a great movie. Um, There was a movie called Nosferatu. It's a black and white silent film. Are you familiar?
I am familiar. I haven't watched it, but I'm familiar.
Great. There is an actor in the film credited as Max Shrek, not Shrek the ogre.
Okay.
Okay. And so this film, Shadow of the Vampire, I hope I'm getting that right, reimagines the whole scenario, whereas like John Malkovich is committed as a director to shooting this vampire film. And he's like taking his whole cast out to the middle fucking nowhere because like for authenticity. And he waits until like the first night to introduce this main actor playing, the vampire, Max Shrek, Nosferatu. And it turns out he's actually a vampire, played by Willem Dafoe.
Nice.
And like over the course of the spoilers for the film that came out maybe 15 years ago, it turns out, he's actually a vampire. And he like kills everybody in the cast and crew.
Yeah.
But John Malkovich remains filming, 'cause this is the filming thing, until the very last moment. And I think he does something to like kill Max Shrek as well. And he's just like, yep.
So he's just like the consummate filmmaker at all times.
Yes. At anything for the picture, right? But Willem Dafoe is excellent in it. And Udo Kier, I think, is a producer in it. And I do hope I got my Udos correct. But how many can there be?
No, that sounds like a fun premise.
So back to the vampire, the blood tornado. So, first Blade, you're familiar with the premise of Blade.
Yeah.
Daywalker kills vampires because, his mom.
He's a halfling.
Yeah. Anywho, not half in size, sir.
No.
He's full size Wesley Snipes at his prime.
At his prime tax dodging prime.
Frankly, that he went to prison for that is like, have you seen Blade? If they had like the technology of the Matrix at the time that Blade was made, it would have just been blow everyone's goddamn minds. There's also in the first one, you've seen it, like blood rave,
yes.
Which to me seems sticky and dangerous, but okay, everybody. So some sort of vampire prophecy situation. P.S. Motorcycle helmets somehow protect vampires from the sun, I guess. They need the blood of the Daywalker to awaken their vampire god guy. Oh, wow. I hope I'm not Chef Steving this.
Oh, man, I hope so.
I have Steve describe this. Anywho, it's been a long time. Anywho, and like his blood goes through this network of things, etc., and awakens this blood tornado of a god. And I think the blood tornado becomes Steven Dorff at some point, or embodies him. Anywho, Blade's got to fight the blood tornado.
See, that's fast. Like, I guess if you're gonna worship a god, a blood tornado is hard to argue with. Like,
yeah, I feel like okay, blood tornado wants me to sacrifice a goat. Like maybe I do a blood tornado once.
And now I'm just curious, like, how does one fight a blood tornado? Like, this is a force of nature, this huge thing. Like, what? I'm gonna stab it a whole bunch.
It's pretty big. I don't recall the details.
Or are we talking? Yeah, maybe it's like a Tasmanian devil-sized blood tornado. Like he's like.
No, it's bigger than that. It's a very large room. I'd say like a cathedral sort of situation, but vampire-y. It's in a room. Yeah, right. It's not like to the sky. Yeah, because people would notice.
It's not the blood tornadoes like ripping up cities or nothing.
Do you remember in South Park when Moses comes and he is like a cyclone and he goes to the camp? He's kind of like that, but bigger.
Okay.
Like 3 Moseses.
And red.
And blood.
Yeah.
And blood.
And so I'm thinking like now this is a blood tornado and vampires like to drink blood. So is like their act around the god just to, like open their mouths and like stick their heads up and be like, feed me, God, drip, drip, drip.
I think the blood tornado actually takes their blood from them somehow and then like gives them to Steven Dorff. Oh my God. I hope I have that. Are you looking it up? Please look it up. Could you put a blood tornado? I'm going to Google this just to make sure I'm not insane.
Yeah, you go for it. Um,
Okay, blood tornado. Blade.
yeah, Blade.
Um,
Just find the idea and vamp a little bit while you read.
okay, Blade almost had a hugely different beginning and truly, tornado Blade. Maybe I'm wrong. Gosh,
See,
blood tornado.
I want to watch the movie that's in your head though. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
but what if is he called a blood tornado? Okay, Blade 2 ending. Maybe he's not called blood tornado. I'm
Yeah,
sure he's called something else.
maybe this is the
Um,
description, but it's
how
something
does Okay,
Latiny.
yeah. Yeah, well, okay. Once down in the sewers, Blade detonates a massive cache of UV bombs. Okay, maybe this was the first Blade. What
Oh,
happened in the first Blade? Okay, Blade ending. Shoot, I don't know.
oh! If you completely made up the idea of a
Oh my
blood
God, can
tornado,
you imagine? Oh my God, Blade, Blood God.
I would
Okay,
say Steve's
La
got nothing on
Magra,
you.
La Magra. Okay.
La Magra.
La Magra. La Magra is an immensely powerful and ancient blood god. Okay, cool. The patron deity of vampires and an important figure in vampire lore as he created Drake, the first vampire. La Magra can only be summoned through a special ritual that
Mm-hmm.
requires the blood of the Daywalker.
Yeah.
After being summoned, Lamagra used the body of Deacon Frost as his avatar until the latter was killed by Blade. And Deacon Frost was played by Steven Dorff. Okay, but what does Lamagra look like?
Yeah. Now you got to
Uh,
look up a picture of that, and yeah.
but here, this part is correct. Lamagra is summoned with a sacrifice of 12 purebloods. So those are people who are born to vampires, like biologically, not
Okay.
made.
Yeah.
Although only 11 actually get used as Mercury was provoked, blah, 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 who are struck by lightning, nice, and seemingly shed their skin to reveal winged skeletons. The Daywalker is drained of blood using a special changer atop the temple, so it's inside a cathedral. When a single drop of Blade's blood touched Frost's forehead, Frost's eyes turned completely red and was soon possessed by Lamagra. Well, what am I thinking of?
It doesn't say. I didn't see anything in there
I
that
don't
said
think
is a
blood
tornado.
Yeah. Wow. Am I just making this up?
I
Because
oh man,
wow. La Magra.
I really hope so.
Wow. Blood tornado. La
I feel like
Magra.
people would be talking about blood tornadoes on the internet if that was a thing.
Oh my God. What am I even thinking of?
Something great. You made it so much better.
Oh man. I Chef Steve this so hard.
Yeah, I think maybe I just get along with people who kind of make up plots as
Oh
as
my
they go. It's
God.
cool.
What? How did I make up Blood Tornado?
Dude,
What?
that is terrific.
Wow.
It's really good.
You know what? Behold, the what's it? Oh shit! This is just makes it more ironic. Um,
Because we brought this in because I was talking about actual tornadoes, and you were talking
yes,
about the fear of cowering from tornadoes, and
yes,
then you're like in that movie I made up.
yes, exactly. But I was about to say, but could not figure out the line from The Simpsons because I am indeed old. Now the line I remember. Behold the ravages of age.
Yeah.
It's happening to me. It's happening to me.
Well, I look
I
forward
wore
to
an
the
onion on my belt, as was the fashion at the time.
I look forward to the day that we're all in a an old age home and sitting around and basically rehashing the plots of various movies we solve wrong. I think that'll be a good day.
There's got to be a blood tornado somewhere. My God. Where am I thinking of a blood
Because
tornado?
you remembering
I
the imagery of this.
I was remembering the blood tornado.
Dude, the brain's amazing. It's stupid, but it's
Wow.
amazing.
Wow. Truly, behold the ravages of age. Behold.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a rough one to come back from. I just like, is our relationship changed forever, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I think now I think I can no longer trust you.
I know. I'm an unreliable narrator. What? What?
Oh, that would be a good t-shirt. Unreliable.
Unreliable narrator. You gotta get it.
Or
Just
even
make it.
better, take a sweater for you and embroider it. Just embroider
Yeah.
unreliable
Okay.
narrator.
You put that work in, and we'll
I'll do
talk.
it.
Okay. Go for it.
We have an embroidery machine in this house. We'll make it happen.
Well, that's that's not the cool way to do it.
That's the only way to do it.
Really? Okay. Okay. Well,
No one embroiders their own clothes by hand unless they're like, doing a YouTube channel about primitives.
I'm just
like your favorites.
I'm just like, this is a dress I have, and
Oh,
I'm embroidering.
doing it by hand, man. All right. I mean, that's great. Do you have a YouTube channel about being primitive?
No, but I have this.
Yeah. Well, now this is a YouTube channel about, living in the wilderness of Los Angeles.
And or Philadelphia, where tornadoes are a warning, and it's also a sort of a cautionary tale about aging in modern society. I will say this. I do make up endings to things because my husband often falls asleep on the couch during a movie or a television show. And he's like, oh, well, what happened? And I'll I guess you'll never know. And legit, I will just not tell him for years. I'm just like, if you wanted to know, you should have stayed awake.
Whoa, but what about making up an ending? Because
I do that too. Yes,
okay.
Yes, I do that too. So sometimes I will just totally withhold forever. And I'm like he fell asleep during John Wick 4. And he's like, wow, that got really good ratings. Was it really good? And I'm like, yeah, it was really terrific. And he's like, well, what happened? And I'm like, But other times I will just make up stuff. And now he thinks I'm an unreliable narrator. Okay, spoilers for John Wick. Spoilers for John Wick 4.
Oh.
Spoilers for John Wick 4. Okay, is this okay with you?
Yeah, this is okay with me. Let's do it.
John Wick dies. Legit, they bury him or something. And I'm like, John Wick died. And he's like, no, but really what happened? Because I tell him sometimes, in rom-coms, we don't really watch rom-coms, but in comedies, whatever, I'll be like, they all died. And it was really weird. It was just all the boat sank and then they died. And then, I'll just make stuff up. The dog turned out to be a demon and ate them. And so when I told him that John Wick died, he didn't believe me.
Right, because you've used that card before. You've cried the wolf.
Yes. And I'm like, no, he died. And he's like, no, for reals. No, really. And he's like, what was so good about it? I was like, I don't know if he is actually dead, but he's dead. But no, I will totally make stuff up at some point. I mean, but that's intentional.
Yeah.
Not Blood Tornado, where I legit. Is this a Mandela effect? Berenstain. You know what? This is Mandela effect.
Yeah.
And my movie from my other reality was better.
You need to make a subreddit about Blood Tornado at the end of Blade 2. Who else remembers this? And then you'll get someone in the world will be like, I remember the Blood Tornado.
I remember. Yeah, it was amazing. It looked like three Moseses from South Park.
Yeah. And they'll be like, yeah, and they played La Bamba, and it was a very sensual scene.
It was amazing. And then the real way to defeat the Blood Tornado, not through swords, through love. Through love.
Well, I thought the natural enemy of a tornado is a basement, so you just got to keep throwing basements at it, and then you'll defeat it, right?
A bathtub with a mattress over it.
Yeah. And throw nothing but door jams. Just doors.
Your innermost closet of the house.
That'll stop it.
And then he's like, why are you throwing closets? And I'm like, it's the innermost closet. And he's like, no.
He'll be like, yeah. It's all haughty and it's like, oh, you'll never defeat me throwing some box at me. And they're like, that was the innermost closet. No, and then light shines out and it explodes. Yeah,
we reinvented Blade 2 or Blade 1.
Blade 2.5.
Yeah.
Told from the tornado's perspective.
I've always wanted us to have a project to work on together. And I'm like, that's the one. You and I are going to make a movie about the Blood Tornado La Magra. From its perspective.
Yeah. Dude, do you know if they made multiple Twisters? Like, did they have any
There was another
sequels?
Twister,
There
right?
was?
Yeah, I
Was
think
it called
so.
Twister 2?
Let's find out. I don't trust myself at this point.
Yeah, no, like, you're like, oh, there's a whole series of Twisters, and they have babies. They raise
sequel.
babies who chase storms in their Power Wheels.
The sequel, which is titled Twisters.
No! Did you make that up, or is you reading that?
I swear to God. On imdb.com is slated to be released on July 19th, 2024.
Oh.
Details about the plot have not been released, but imdb.com notes that Glenn Powell, Top Gun Maverick, Anthony Ramos in The Heights, and Daisy Edgar Jones, Where the Crawdads Sing, are attached to the movie.
So do you think this is one of those... It's another one of those, like, let's make a sequel 25 years after whatever sort of things.
Maybe? Or is it it's like a revisiting the IP and it's like, I don't know, is it reworking it? I don't know. Who knows? I feel like I cannot speculate on anything now because I don't trust my own mind.
Well, now I already want them, though, to take that Twisters is the second one, which means the third one has to be called Twister 3. Has to be.
With the 3 for the E.
Yeah, and then
Twisters.
Twister Resurrection, I think, would be the fourth one. Yeah.
Or it's about family.
Family, yes, family.
Family. Or Tokyo Drift. No, wait.
Because that was the third one.
Oklahoma Drift.
Twister 3, yeah. Oklahoma Drift.
It shouldn't be Oklahoma because that's a state and Tokyo's a city. So, but maybe it's populous. Tulsa Drift.
Tulsa Drift, actually, kind of.
Yeah,
that works.
Oh, our production company is off to a great start, Chris.
Yeah,
they're gonna be amazing.
We are going to be the best producers in Hollywood. You're already there. You live there.
I just live here, and that's by nature of living here.
I think I got to drive down there, and we come with briefcases, and we just pitch this stuff. We're like, hey, we're producers. And people will go, oh. Mm-hmm. See, I see a lot of really big names attached to this. You know, like. Guys.
Udo Kier.
It's funny. The first thing was like, think of an actor's name. I was like, Don Knotts. Like, not Don Knotts.
Okay, well, I got Udo Kier's name. It's Udo Kier.
Udo Kier. So what I'm hearing is Udo Kier and Don Knotts in Twister 3 Tulsa Drift.
Hey, Udo Kier is still alive. He is 78 years old. So take that, everyone. He was in Blade. Hooray.
Good for him.
And Shadow of the Vampire is the name of the movie. Ha.
Yeah. It's all coming together.
Willem Dafoe's played Mac Shrek.
Okay, so how is Shrek spelled? How is Shrek spelled?
S. C-H.
Okay.
R-E-C-K.
Whoa. Okay. It's got a lot of consonants in there.
Yeah.
Shrek. Yeah.
A wonderful film. Watch that. Maybe there's a blood tornado in it. You know, with all the Academy Awards floating around, there's a
Twister 3 Blood Tornado.
Oh my God, it's like a Marvel mega plan. So we launched 2 parallel franchises, right? La Magra.
Yeah. Oh,
inside the tornado.
Oh, yes.
Twister 4 Tokyo Drift, but not related to the actual Twister movies. This is just our Twister movie.
Yeah.
And as we progress, and then it's sort of like the Infinity War, right? With our big bad, who is some sort of thing, like a vacuum cleaner.
And what I'm thinking is in the crossover movie where they all crash together, there's a tornado that Blade is chasing with a team of meteorologists, and he is caught
because
in
who meteorologists would be so into such a phenomenon.
Yeah. Oh, that's the plot of Twister. It's like storm chasers.
It's blood tornado. How?
Well, so here's where it's going. So the tornado is being chased by the meteorologist. Blade's with them. Blade gets sucked into the tornado. He's like, oh, I'm going uphill both ways in the snow. And then the tornado hits a blood bank. And the blood bank just covers them all in red blood.
Yes.
And because Blade's in there, he
Yes,
gets cut, and then La Bamba is summoned in that. And
I still I want to call it La Magra still.
I'm sorry,
La
La Magra.
Yes, because I want to work with the source material.
Yes.
Yeah, and like bring it to a new level, like everyone is right now. Oh, I'm just reimagining, and then yeah.
Everyone always has wondered what's up with La Magra, man.
It's like some people ask what is La Magra, but no one's asked how is La Magra.
Yeah, and we seek to answer that question.
Yeah, and it's just like who truly is the monster?
Yeah. And there's got to be some kind of troubled childhood for La Magra. Like, why?
Are we not all blood tornado gods?
Deep down inside, like, we all had a path, and there's a fork in the road. And on one side was Blood Demon God, and the other side was not. And we all chose that path at one point.
Yes. And it is a far off path, but there are, maybe not a choice, but like a series of circumstances arise, and here we are. And La Magra was given that path.
We want people to look at La Magra and they'll go, there, but for the grace of God, go I. Yeah.
Yeah. We're so good at this.
We're so good at it. We're going to make so much money.
So good. So here's the sort of the what's our sort of elevator pitch of it, or it's like, do
you remember this thing I made up about the sequel to Blade? Yeah.
And it's actually La Magra's even the first Blade, not even the sequel. I'm wrong.
So here's the elevator pitch. Like, so hey, I misremembered the plot of Blade 2, and I remember
I made it better.
Yeah, I made it better. He is a blood tornado now.
Not Blade is a blood tornado. We obviously can't get the rights. They're making a Blade movie right now.
Yeah.
With Mahershala Ali, which is like an Academy Award-winning actor, right? Who was on the 4400, a little-known sci-fi show that I watched. Anywho, that is legit. That is a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
So we can't say Blade. I say, vampires, they obviously worship a vampire blood tornado.
Yeah.
But people associate vampires with negative things. So it's like, it's your standard vampire blood tornado deity. Meet cute rom-com.
Yeah.
With a regular country down-home Tulsa tornado.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I like that. And it has aspirations of fame, and being, that this is a Dracula story, a vampire story. Mm-hmm. Someone wants to live forever, so we should play the title track to Fame. I Want to Live Forever.
Yeah. We got to tighten this pitch though. It's just like
This is spitballing. We're gonna tighten this into a
tornado-based rom-com.
Yeah.
It's what is that when they're mismatched? A mismatched duo, tornado-based rom-com. He's from the highfalutin world of vampire blood deities.
Yeah.
She's from Oklahoma, say no more.
Yeah. The flattest part of Oklahoma.
Can they fall in love? Can they make their worlds meet?
Can they find a non-licensed half-blood to Daywalker to basically form their union? I think, now we have to think about who is the off-brand Daywalker. And I think it's got to be
That's detail shit. We're
Yeah.
producers. Writers handle that. It's just a
their problem.
rom-com. It's a mismatched duo rom-com. Vampire blood deity. Country girl tornado.
I'm seeing Don Knotts in this role.
Is Don Knotts available? He's not. Okay. We've got CG. It's fine.
Yeah.
CG, deepfake, everything.
Deepfake Don Knotts as a
Fake
blood
Don
tornado.
Knotts. And his motion capture will be done by Andy Serkis.
Yes. Why is it so easy to imagine Andy Serkis doing the mocap for Don Knotts? That's a blood tornado. Yeah.
I actually pictured him as the Tulsa Girl.
Oh,
But
it's a Tulsa Go.
hey,
That works too. That works
yeah,
too.
but okay, that's cool. That's cool. The blood tornado is more ritzy. This comes from a long line of ritzy dinosaurs, or not dinosaurs, deities. You know what? Why am I saying that's so gender normative of me and heteronormative? They could be too genderless because they're tornadoes. Have you ever gendered a tornado? Oh my god.
Tornadoes don't typically have a wang or nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, we're thinking for the future. We're thinking with gas. Okay. Two, genderless tornadoes. Meet cute. Blood tornado is from a long line of blood deity tornadoes. And Tulsa tornado is from a long line of nothing much really. Can they make their worlds meet? Will one daywalker come to the rescue to help them?
Yeah.
Find out in, what do you want to call it?
Well, all right. So it can't be
Title TBD.
Title TBD. Yeah. Something about blood, vortex, love, amorous.
Well, it could be. There's something about tornadoes.
There's something. There's got to be a human shrugging in the foreground.
Yeah, the daywalker.
Yeah, it's about La Magra though, right?
It is about La Magra and La Magra's perspective. Okay.
And we might have to rename La Magra. So.
Okay, La Agra.
Mog Agra.
Mog Agra. Oh, what a movie for the future, right?
It's terrific.
Yeah, it's pretty terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I see some sunlight coming out the window.
Oh, great! At like 2 p.m. But that's cool. Yeah.
I might not die. Might not die
Hey,
today.
you're in a basement or lower floor.
Yeah, this is the basement.
Nice. You're safe forever.
Yeah.
Wow.
The bigger percentage of my life I can spend in a basement, the better my life can be.
Fantastic. Speaking of Reddit, no, I'm just kidding. That's fine. Ha. Wow, I remember that film entirely wrong and there was no blood tornado. Woo! But
Yeah.
I'm glad that we started our production company and what a great pitch. We, tighten it up, a little too many details in there, but yeah, it's fine. Writers will figure it out.
Writers will fix it. Black box. Or
Yeah.
we'll just chat GPT it. No problem.
Yeah. Nah. Nah.
Dear ChatGPT, please write me a screenplay about a blood tornado that falls in love. Dude, I wonder.
Oh my God, do it. And then oh my God, let's do this. And then one episode from now, or not some episode later, provided they get posted, let's play it. Let's act it out.
Yeah. Okay.
You can be Malagra. No, that's a thing. Mas Agra. Max Agra. It's the name you'd love to touch.
But you must not touch.
But you mustn't touch. It sounds good in my ear.
Maximilian Agra.
It's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
We don't want to telegraph our intentions. Yeah. I would love it to have like a twist.
Oh, it's gotta have a twist.
It's gotta have a twist.
It's gotta have a twist. Dude, I can't believe that they're making a new Twister. That's for real.
Twisters.
Which implies there's multiple tornadoes happening, and
that happens.
Yeah, but they'll just be like, "We're surrounded." Dude, if they say we're surrounded and there's tornadoes, I will.
Yeah. You will
lose my mind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it'll be sad. My children will cry, but.
Oh, I also will cry, but we'll continue doing this show.
Well, we'll see who cries more, right?
Okay,
the children who lost their father, or the friend.
I wasn't saying it was a competition.
Oh, I want to
Okay,
cry
fight.
off. If I'm gonna
Okay.
put it in my will,
Okay. All right.
whoever
Okay.
wins the cry off will get the gold buried
Oh,
at the
the
Jersey Shore.
gold.
There's gold.
Oh,
There's definitely
that's
gold involved.
that's fine. They can have it. I'm not going to the Jersey Shore. That's great. Thanks, though. Thanks for the consideration. Happy to be nominated. Wow, what an honor.
Man, you don't want to go through my gauntlet of trivia and death devices. You're like, nah, not for me.
It's okay, but I really appreciate it. Like it's especially to be among such esteemed uh,
Criers.
criers. I'm good.
Hmm.
I appreciate that. Yeah. You should know that our relationship is not based on your carefully hidden Jersey Shore gold
Okay.
and the booby traps you have set around it.
Okay. Well,
I am
that's good to know.
content. I'm content without that aspect in my life.
Well, good. That brings a load off my mind. Because now I know this friendship's coming from a genuine place, and it's not just because
Yes.
you want my Jersey Shore gold.
Yes, your Jersey Shore gold. And while I do enjoy a treasure hunt and or what is it called? Pew 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 pictures.
Adventure.
This is the worst. I feel like I'm cursed by a horrible mold that grew in the bar behind the dead monkey.
Yeah, I am feeling the same way today. To be honest,
Yes. I just like, bing. I can't recall what it is. It's
silverfish.
a scavenger hunt. A
Scavenger.
scavenger hunt.
I like how that was pew 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 taking pictures. That was the pantomime for scavenger hunt. Holy smokes, man!
What?
Off the rails today, man. It's great.
Oh,
Best
hold on.
episode ever.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder how long I spent describing to you a movie that didn't exist.
It might have just been 4 minutes. Yeah.
It felt like an eternity. It felt like 20 minutes and diagrams.
You were living it the whole way through.
Yes. I distinctly remember a blood tornado. Oops. Oopsies.
All right. Oh my God. Well, now, I'm gonna go look this up deeper and be like, what did she?
There's no
'Cause-
blood tornado, Chris. I looked it up.
So you went into Google and you typed blood tornado and Google was like 0 results and you're like, huh? 0 results.
Oh my god. I feel like a fool. My whole life is a lie.
That just means that it's a very Googleable name. So if you make a blood tornado, like we're the ones.
Oh my god, we're on it. Blood tornado. Why doesn't anything images come up? There's an EP. Blood Tornado seems to be a band name.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's got a death metal band name, obviously. It's got to be great.
No, it's easy listening. Go fuck yourself. There's a Wikipedia entry for Tornado: The Last Blood.
Wow.
They stole our idea. We just put it out there and they've already stole it. Stolen it.
That's the problem with live streaming. Yeah.
Last Blood, also known as Tornado: The Last Blood, is an Italian macaroni combat war film.
What? Is that a genre?
That's why it's in quotes.
Macaroni combat. Okay.
Okay, so none of the images for Blood Tornado are from Blade. Wow. But there are many images for Blood Tornado. So I mean, this movie is ready to go.
It's in the can.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what's your concept art? Ooh, this blood tornado has an arm, a head, and the arm is carrying what appears to be a rifle.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is it a muscly arm?
Let me take a closer look. It's an average arm.
Yeah, that's not
It's
as
a
fun.
soldier arm. Yeah, it's an average arm. Yeah.
There's nothing special about that arm.
Eh,
Uninspiring.
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Chris,
We
wow.
just went on a journey, man.
A journey, yeah, together. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the real film was inside us all along. The real film was inside us all along.
Uh,
Woo!
so it sounds like you've been keeping up with Always Sunny, by the way.
Well, last night because
Yeah.
what am I going to do?
Right.
I caught up on yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed that third episode. I thought that was like, there's some prime Sunny with the.
I got to tell you, I watched all three. Is it three episodes now?
Yeah, it was three.
And I neither laughed nor smiled.
Not
once.
even the third one.
No, I'm just like, and I'm wondering, am I incapable of joy?
Possibly.
I wonder sometimes.
Not even with Chase Utley stealing the monkey paw and running away in.
Well, that was telegraphed and predictable as hell.
It was, but still funny.
But I wondered how he would deliver it based on his not being an actor.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, that was decently delivered. And also, I really liked his hair.
Yeah, he's a silver fox.
Yeah, he looked great. And then he ran away in like a way that looked believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The running was good. That was what made me laugh, was the execution of the running.
Yeah, he did a great job with that. I think that and perhaps my mood at the time was more an appreciation of the technical craft than maybe I wasn't in a mood for humor, sir.
Yeah.
Maybe I was in a mood for humor. Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, for anyone listening, if you haven't watched it, Sunny's back. One of my favorite comedies of all time. Still going strong. There's hits and misses, but I felt particularly the third episode this season, thought that was pretty great.
Here's the thing there was one episode where they discover, spoilers, a bedroom in Charlie's apartment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what are those in a bathroom? And then I'm like, well, what are those two other doors that have stuff in front of them? And why doesn't anyone think to open those? What's in there, Chris? Has that ever been revealed? Those two other doors, like
No.
the one that Dee glues her hand to.
Yeah.
And then the one like right next to her.
Well, I think the one she glues her hand to first is just a closet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it just has like a whole bunch, like it has like
Yes.
a bookshelf in front of it.
Yeah.
And then the one next to it, like right next to her.
Yeah, the one right next to it, I think just is another connected to that bedroom now we know. Because the bedroom is the same size as the room they're in.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's two rooms. Thought about this some. Because that's also the door right next to where they had the Hitler dog painting.
Okay.
If you saw that episode.
I'm not familiar with the Hitler dog painting, but at this point, I'm not familiar with much.
Well, I'll make up the plot to you, and we can enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole episode.
I love that you go into the end of comedies and be like, they all died.
Yeah, I will say that to Ben. Yeah, I will say, oh my God, they died. Everyone died. But it's been like 20 years that I've been saying this. Yeah, so he's like, no one died. But now John Wick died. He really did die, I think, as far as I can tell.
Well, he's probably...
Depending on if Keanu Reeves wants to do it anymore.
He got a taste of death just so he could become a necromancer, and then he will, bring his dog back from the dead, and then he and his demon dog
and
will
his
go...
wife, which was the whole point.
So then he'll just have like a demon squad that goes around basically it's the Crow. The Crow will
and
happen.
he'll be I think he comes back and he's like, he makes a deal with the devil, and he's Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring the Keanu-verse all together.
Yeah, the Keanu-verse. And then they're on a bus that can't slow down. And yeah,
it's amazing they made a sequel to Speed. Like, that's incredible.
On a boat.
Speed 2 Cruise Control. Yeah. On a boat.
Nice. And Patrick Swayze's passed. But we have the technology. Something that they already made a remake of that movie with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. What was that one?
Movie
The
was
surfer bank robbers.
I don't know that one.
Oh my God, what is that game? I hope it's a very famous one.
I hope it doesn't exist.
Being
Please don't exist.
a
Oh my
bank
God.
robbers movie. Point Break.
Okay.
There, take that. Point Break. In fact, it's even referenced in one of the Marvel movies where Robert Downey Jr. refers to, in the guise of Iron Man, or whatever his, oh God, what's his Iron Man's name? God damn it.
I knew it before you said it. Oh, man.
Did you? Iron Man, Iron Man.
Yeah. Bruce
Iron
Crane.
Man. Wow.
Tony Stark. Tony Stark.
Tony Stark's all to Thor, God of Thunder. He's all YouTube Point Break. Like, he just calls him Point Break.
Yeah.
And I think that's like his code name in some. It's you've never seen a Marvel movie. Why am I even talking about it?
I've seen 2 or 3.
Which ones? The one with the blood tornado.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Yeah, easy.
And after that, I was like, why?
Nothing could ever beat blood tornado. I imagine, like, did you see like the worst ones? Because
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I saw the worst. No, probably not the worst ones, because I saw the end. Apparently, everyone says the worst one is Eternals? Not Elementals, Eternals. Right?
I saw Eternals.
Yeah, and I saw the last parts of that, and I was like, what is... And my wife was watching it with their friends, and they was just like... They were complaining about what trash the movie was. And I was like, yeah, this looks bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
but
long and
Angelina
bad.
Jolie is in it.
Yeah,
Angelina Jolie, and she's beautiful. So who cares?
What? She wasn't... She was in it? I didn't see she was in the last one.
Yeah. Well, she's beautiful, so I don't give a shit.
So, movie's fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Is that your bar? Just put... That does seem to be the bar.
It's fine. That's fine.
So, you must have very much enjoyed, what was the one where she was the CG monster?
Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah. Beowulf.
Sir.
Yeah, Beowulf.
Tell me, in the canon of Western literature, where does Beowulf fall, Chris?
Right before Gilgamesh. Right?
What a confusing conversation that was.
Yes.
But anywho.
Speaking of decaying neurons.
What is that? Nutrigen or whatever the...
Prevagen.
Prevagen.
I'll remember that forever. I'll be on my deathbed. And I'll be like, Chris, do you have any last words? I'm like, it was derived from jellyfish.
I've never seen this commercial, but I thought briefly in my blood tornado haze that I saw an ad for Prevagen, and I thought of you.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, Prevagen. We need it, clearly.
We definitely
Prevagen,
need it.
become a sponsor of the show that 3 people watch.
This podcast is brought to you by Prevagen. Did you know that it was derived from jellyfish? Wow. You know what? I kind of love the idea. I would love to get a sponsor just to do the spots.
The pitch, yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe we just start doing spots, and who cares if we get paid? You just start.
Yeah. Oh my God. What do I have around my desk?
Yeah. Oh. Here is.
Oh my God. I have like a legit box of fucking shit. Hey, Chris, do you like fish?
I
don't
love
think
fish.
you do. Oh, wait, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
hooray. Do you like spicy?
Spicy? Yeah. What's life without some spice?
Oh my God. Let me introduce you to the spice of life. It's smoked with Sichuan salmon chili crisp by Fishwife plus Fly by Jing. It's a tinned salmon that's spicy-ish. Not really, but buy it. It has a really cute box. And that's a good reason to buy things.
Okay, pretty good read.
And that was a terrible pitch. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we could have done a little bit better.
Okay,
See,
okay.
the first thing I grabbed on my desk is
a piece of paper.
a sewer bill.
Okay.
Water and sewer bill. So let's see. Why is my July water bill higher than my January? Well, did you know, Marie, that water meters are read once a year and reflect in the July billing? January billing, it's a flat rate. Now you know.
Oh.
Water and sewer. You should get some of that, guys.
Yeah. Wait, I think is it weird to read like a real script from work?
No, I think that's authentic.
Okay,
I want to
let's
hear a
see.
good read.
Let me like look at. I
You're
have
failing.
one.
Over.
Well, you know what? Vamp for a second while I look.
Branding dropped. Yeah.
You vamp. Go.
Okay. So, yeah, I love this part. Like, a lot of the time people skip these in podcasts, right? They'll be like, it's the read. I don't want to listen to an ad. Some places do make the read interesting. I'd like to think that we could do it, that we have the possibility of making a read that people might sit through, and therefore people would give us more money, right?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That was a good vamp.
Thank you.
Okay, I've got a script here. Okay, should I read the notes, the stage direction? Music in.
Yeah, do that.
Music in. Here comes VO. Reddit is home to some of the most specific questions on the internet. Why? Because it's filled with kind strangers sharing what they know and an army of upvotes to validate the right answer. This is why 90% of users trust Reddit to learn about new products and brands. Introduce your brand to over 100,000 active communities with Reddit's new simple campaign create tool and step into the conversation. Find your people where they find answers. Visit redditforbusiness.com/Spotify today.
No. See,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
I need to practice.
Yeah, you got to do it a couple times before. You
Yeah.
notice some of them, they will like cut, like they have done this a couple times. and
Sure,
they
you
took the
can
best
hear
take.
the punch in. Yeah, you can hear them. Yeah, but I mean, come on. No. I didn't do my vocal exercises like, I didn't warm up my instrument.
Yeah.
Not the last hour of talking that we've done. It was not.
No, it didn't
able
warm
to-
us up. No.
No.
Yeah. No, given a little bit more lead in, I think would be good. And Reddit will sponsor us, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
They would love to give you more money.
Especially because the exposure and how we totally target B2B clients.
Totally. We know
Yeah.
all the B's are on this, and the other
I'm a
B's.
B, and I'm sure you know A, B. Yeah. Speaking of which, have you ever been stung by a bee?
I have been stung by a bee. Yeah.
What's it like?
It's been a long time. Oh, you've never.
I've never been stung by a bee.
So that's
Is it
It's a
painful?
very special type of pain. It's
Okay.
not like any other sort of pain you probably ever felt. Yeah.
Wow.
It's because it's venom, right? So this is the feeling of venom
Ooh.
being injected into a very small area. It's very hard to describe. Have you ever been cut by rusty metal?
No.
Okay.
I have been cut by metal, but not rusty metal.
All right. How about
The rust needs to be there, I guess. Okay. I've been bitten by a fire ant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that gives you a good. That's an
hurt.
insect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a fire ant. I think it's worse. It's the sort of thing where
Oh.
like it feels like it's burrowing, kind of. It's not, but like there's this painful burrowing. Just it feels like a sting, right? It's not just like.
Again, I've never been stung by a thing.
So you've been pierced though with say a needle, right?
Sure.
It's not like that. It's.
Have you ever been eaten by a lion? It's not like that.
It's not like that. It's it feels like a lightning bolt is striking. A tiny lightning bolt is striking you
Wow,
through
intense.
a hypodermic needle.
Whoa.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, bee stings are bad, I guess.
Yeah.
No wonder
I
people
just
don't like them.
realized the etymology of hypodermic, because dermic is skin. Hypo is too much skin, man.
That would be hyper.
Yeah, no,
Hypo
it's
is-
under skin, right? Too little, under.
Hypo.
Hypo.
Yeah.
Hypoglycemic.
Like hypomania.
Not enough glycemic. Yeah, need more glycemic.
Yes, glycemic me. I think that's what, in that episode of Breaking Bad, where have you seen it, Breaking Bad?
Yes, I have.
Oh, and then and he's like, "Yo, glycemic me, bitch." Yeah, that's what he says. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he throws him a Gatorade.
Well, this was amazing. I think maybe this is a good place to end our journey
Yo,
for the day.
hypodermic me. bitch. Yeah, well, thank you for educating me about bee stings.
Thank
and
you
that's
for
all that happened.
Thank you for
in this
educating me
episode.
about blood tornadoes. This
It
is
didn't happen.
yeah, and thank you to anyone who listened to this. My God, thank you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Wow. Good for you. You're terrific. You're the real terrific person was the person who listened to this
All along.
all along.
Yeah. So go home remembering that you're terrific inside and that we're rooting for you every step
We
of the
are
way.
rooting for you. You specifically.
All right, everyone. You have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you later. Maybe our brains will grow back a little bit.
The Prevagen.
Yeah, perfect. See ya.
Bye.